If you are a yoga teacher and you've struggled with finding good cues for your students, great, now step your right, no, left, right, fuck! I'm Dr. Davis, and I'm going to teach you a simpler way to cue. Also, if you want to know more about cueing, if you like this video, this is an experiment, so please comment below and tell me that you want to see more videos on cueing for anatomy and alignment. Now today I'm going to teach you how to keep it simple. We're going to follow one simple rule. Before you do anything else with cueing, you need the basics. You need to be able to tell people what goes where. That's it. What goes where? Let's check it out. First, you don't want to be cueing like this. Inhale, expand your radiant heart through your fingertips as you reach to the gods, and exhale, bowing the heart towards the center of the earth where the molten lava creates the power of the radiant and downward facing dog. Whoa, how the hell did we just get to downward facing dog? And what was I supposed to do in between those steps? And what the hell is this about a radiant molten lava center of the earth? Look, there's a time for poetic cueing, and sometimes I like it, but the point is, if you can't even tell people what to do and how to follow you along as you move through a yoga flow, where to put their feet, where to reach, how to even get into the pose, then you haven't told them how to do the class. Anything extra is a cherry on top. That's totally cool. But if you can't get them to step their right foot forward, reach their hands overhead, take their hands to the floor, step back, etc., then you haven't guided them through the class, and people are just going to be pissed off and confused. So here's the same basic sequence in a much simpler way. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, and hips to the sky. So that was really simple. I told them what goes where. The other thing you might notice is that I'm using 3-word cues most of the time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, step forward, etc. This is going to be especially important if you are cueing a vinyasa, because then they know where to breathe in or out, and then what to do with what part of their body in order to get them into the pose. So let's check out a basic sun salutation. I'm going to do my best to do 3-word cues. And again, pay attention, I'm saying what goes where. That's it. That's what you need to know in order to actually move through the sequence of poses. Let's check it out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, lower halfway down. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, chaturanga. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Left leg up, inhale. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step forward and half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to your side. Super simple, no frills, but it gets you through the poses. The reason I'm emphasizing this first is not because there aren't other great ways to cue, but because if you cannot get somebody to actually find some semblance of the pose that you have in mind for the class, then they're lost, they're confused. And if they're lost and confused, they're definitely not in a state of yoga. They're not in a meditative state. In fact, they might be in the opposite. They might be in a state of anxiety and panic. And if you're trying to teach a yoga class, do you want your students to feel anxiety and panic? Or do you want them to feel like confident that they know at least what they're basically trying to do? Now let's check out a couple of other cue examples. By the way, if you have examples of bad or confusing yoga cues, please comment below. I'd love to see what you think has been a bad cue, and I'd love to see alternatives. Please comment. So here's a bad yoga cue. Let's say we're in downward facing dog, and the teacher says something along the lines of, now inhale into the root chakra, and blossom the sitting bones. What the hell is a root chakra and how do I blossom my sitting bone? But your sitting bones are fused via 2 joint sets and cannot move. You cannot blossom your sitting bones. Here's an alternative cue that's simple and makes sense. So again, let's say we're in downward facing dog. All I can say is lift your hips higher into the air. Or how about press your booty to the sky? Or how about another one? Imagine that your booty is a helium balloon and it's gonna float away. Okay, some of these are silly and ridiculous, but the point is that if you say simple and tangible things that people can actually picture, like push your hips higher, okay, I can achieve that external goal. Or here's another one. We're in a lunge, we're reaching overhead, and the teacher says something along the lines of, now spin the head of the humerus externally as you press the scapula towards the ribs and lift the acromions to free and liberate your supraspinatus tendon. Well, okay, technically that was actually a good anatomical cue if you understood it, but nobody's gonna understand that. So here's a simpler version. No, really, guys, like this is so easy. Watch. No, like really, you're not gonna believe it. Okay, here we are, we're in a lunge. We're getting set up for this really amazing anatomical cue. Here it is, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Okay, here it is, ready? Reach up. That's it. It's just reach up. That was enough. So yes, of course, we can add some variety and some spice into our cueing later on. But if you can't just tell people how to reach up, then you and your students are gonna have a really bad time. So if there are questions that you have about cueing or sequencing, if you wanna see more videos like this, please comment below and tell me what you wanna see, and I'll make it. Until then, motion is lotion, so move your body every day. I'll see you in another video.